If you're wondering how you paint an accent wall like this, or even like this is the video for you. After you decide which wall you want to paint, you're going to want to grab some painter's tape. I usually just use this blue roll from Home Depot. And you're going to want to tape the ceiling, the two sides of the wall, and by the baseboard. You can either tape above it or below it depending on if you want to paint the baseboard or not. You also will probably want to tape your trim if there is a door or a window in this wall. So if you have that, tape those as well. A great optional step is to cover the floor with additional plastic or cardboard to cover up your floor. You don't want to ruin your floor with drips, and I can promise you there will be drips as you paint. If you're asking me, do I really need to tape everything? If you are not a professional painter, taping is the best way to go. If you don't do it, your lines will be curvy. 100% guaranteed. You can try it for sure, but it will happen. So my advice to any new beginner painter is tape, tape, tape. Now you're ready for painting. I usually use paint and primer in one, so I paint in the same step. But if you're going to use primer, do it before you paint. Grab your paint bucket, your roller, and your paint tray. Dump that paint in there, roll it on there, and start rolling the paint on. You're going to want to just cover the roller enough so that it's not dripping off. You can squeeze out the paint from the roller by just rubbing it against the tray. You'll know what is too much and what is too little by the amount of paint that goes on the wall or goes on your floor accidentally. So just pay attention to that. And once you have most of the wall covered, you can finish up doing the edges with a paintbrush. You grab the paintbrush, grab the tray, and go over the corners. Don't fill your paintbrush up with a ton of paint because the more paint you on it, the more chance you have to get the paint under the tape. Just put enough to cover and nothing else. Most paints will call for more than one coat, so look at your paint can and see how many coats it calls for. I generally do one and then touch up the wall. And that is how you paint an accent wall. If you want to do something a little bit more fancy like this diagonal, it's the same concept. Tape and then paint. Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions. Thank y'all for watching. Goodbye.